1987, they didn't have YouTube, and people would ask me, what kind of glue do you use? No, don't ask me what kind of glue I used. If I would see someone try and get a camera out and take pictures of what I was doing, I would be like, hey, no pictures.
Life's a coat of many colors. It is never black and white.
This project is inspired by two artists, Melanie Whitaker and Melanie Mel. They both created amazing projects, so I asked them if they would share their tips with me and be part of my video. Bobby is operating the camera today, so if it's shaky or crooked, that's why. I got this chair off of Facebook Marketplace, and it only cost $20. Aren't you gonna help me, Bobby?
Is it Melanie or Melody?
Melanie Whitaker at Windmill Vintage Design. She's my retailer in Santa Fe. She took this old sofa and she stripped it down to the skeleton. What do you think, Bobby?
Cut, take two, eat chair. Melanie, action.
We're gonna strip it down to the skeleton. We're gonna rip all the stuff off. Hit the little button.
This one?
No, this one. Let's just say you come up with a really good idea. Somebody else sees your idea and they copy you. You're scrolling through Instagram and all of a sudden you see this rendition of your idea and this person has copied it. And you're reading all of the comments and everybody's telling the person, wow, that's amazing. And the person is just taking credit for it. It's as if you don't even exist. But I'm the one who thought of that. It's as if I'm invisible. And that is a very crappy feeling. I first saw this project on Facebook. It was from my retailer, Melanie Whitaker. She took an old sofa, stripped it down to the skeleton, and created this amazing reclaimed piece. I knew that I wanted to try it, so I asked her if she would help me. Melanie sent me a video breaking down her project step by step. I should have paid closer attention because this project was way more intense than I thought it would be. In fact, we have been working on this since last September. This is gross! At this point, I decided to go back and re-watch Melanie's video. This is what she had to say.
You've got to get all that old fabric and springs and everything off of that chair. So you have to dig in, girl. Put on your gloves and just go for it. The things I like to use, some kind of X-Acto knife. You're going to cut your fabric and you're going to just put your foot and pull and rip. It's going to take so much effort, but it's going to be so good. This guy helps. You can get under that fabric and you're just going to drag it.
If I had one word for Melanie Whitaker, it would be badass. She has a YouTube channel with all kinds of projects like this one. I will put the link above and below. Ugh. Yuck.
That's disgusting.
Ugh. Bobby and I ripped and pried and deconstructed that chair for hours and hours. Oh, these little sharp things are dangerous, like little metal teeth, and now they're hanging in my hair.
And cut.
This guy, he will get underneath all those upholstery nails and tacks. Underneath all those upholstery nails and tacks.
There were so many staples and tacks. Bobby and I pulled them out until the sun went down that day. Stephanie and Melissa were not that excited about this project. What do you think?
I think that this sucks.
And then I see another sofa. Whoa, this girl who made this sofa was clearly copying Melanie Whitaker, because she had also stripped off all of the fabric and the batting and took out the staples, but then she did the whole back of the sofa with the macrame situation. Melanie's sofa quickly sold, so then she made another one, and people started copying her idea. Then I saw an idea that totally blew me away by one of Melanie's customers. So I asked Melanie number 2 if she would show me how she did the macrame and send me clips for my video.
Hello, my name is Melanie Martinez. I've been watching Debi's Design Diary since about 2012. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try it. Let's find a retailer. And I come across one retailer in the entire state of New Mexico, a cutest little store called Windmill Vintage Design. I became a fan really quick. Scrolling through Melanie's Facebook, I come across this awesome bench that she had made from a sofa. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna copy Melanie. I began to look at the rest of the frame and I'm stuck. I don't know what to do because my frame is curved. Her frame wasn't curved. I'm just gonna have to think of something else. I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool to like macrame the back? I'm just gonna wing it. And this is what I came up with. I decided that I wanted to share with Melanie that I had took her idea and put a little twist on it.
Bobby, are you mad? With my new shoes.
Once you have everything stripped off, you're gonna build up the base of your chair. You're gonna use a jigsaw, something like this. Cut with the curvature. Don't cut it like this though. Put it on something and cut it out.
The next day, Bobby and I went to work putting the planks on the bottom of the chair frame. We measured and cut and measured and cut. This process will vary depending on the base of your chair or sofa. I tried to suggest that we create a pattern out of paper, but Bobby was not interested in that, so it was trial and error. All the boards finally did fit together.
I'm so close I can taste it. I can't wait, I can't wait. I'm so close I can taste it. I can't wait, I can't wait. I'm so close I can taste it.
We started the chair last summer, I think. We don't circle back to it. Every time I walk by that chair and I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to pull out any more staples for 3 more hours. And then I get an email from Melanie. Hey Debbie, are you gonna do the video or did you change your mind? Because we both really worked hard at recreating the project for you. And the other Melanie, she put a lot of time and effort into making the video clips for you. And if you're not gonna make it, just let us know because we're kind of bummed about it. Okay. All right, and it wasn't that I didn't want to make the chair. When things get hard, I will procrastinate. I've been that way my whole life. I promise you, we're gonna do it. We're gonna finish. This video is gonna be good.
Here we are back at the shop
Can't see
with
any-
our nifty new staple pulling tools.
Are you excited about making this thing?
Not really.
Why not?
We've already been working on this for like 50 days. They stapled it good. This fabric was not meant to come off of this frame.
Melanie, this sucks. This is why it's taking so long. These things did help, but actually these little jewelry pliers, we were able to dig in and pull out the staples, but it did damage the wood a little bit, but thank God we're going for a rustic, distressed look. So what's the next step, you guys?
We gotta sand
And sand some more.
and sand some more. We're supposed to be using probably about 80 grit sandpaper, and all we have is 150.
Yep, it says 80.
I'm so close I can taste it.
After we sanded everything down, we applied a coat of mint chip and black wax to the frame of the chair.
I'm so close I can taste it.
Then we added a coat of dark and decrepit liquid patina, which will act like a stain over raw wood. It's water-based and easy to apply. Covered all of the baseboards and wiped back the excess.
Echoes in the wind, I can hear them go.
DIY waxes are non-toxic and very soft. Here we are working it in to all of the details of the chair.
This is how the world ends. Step into the hollow sky. This is how the world ends. I'll sing you a lullaby. This is how the world ends.
What if I made the sofa and I never mentioned Melanie or the other Melanie? I never reached out to them and asked them if it was okay. I'm just gonna make this couch and I'm gonna post it to my YouTube channel. If I would have done it that way, they would be like, this girl totally ripped me off. We wanna be inspired by other people. But when you do post the photo, tag them, link to them, or at the very least say, I saw this. And this is the person who inspired me. I know that when I post a video, a lot of people are gonna see it. And so the very first thing that I wanted to do was ask Melanie and Melanie if it would be all right to make a video and did they want to participate with me. And they were both totally excited about it. And I am linking to their videos.
Melanie shared a video showing us how she drilled the holes and attached the macrame.
I tested out to find out which drill bit worked best on a scrap piece of wood. Folding your macrame cord in half, it should glide through with ease. Drill in those holes, nice and slow so you don't tear up the wood. Once you're all done, it should look like this, resembling Swiss cheese. And then after you're done with that, you're ready to start painting.
I have this little piece that I'm going to drill my holes into right now. I'm going to drill it with this bad boy.
Give me an ocean of time in a bottle.
Melissa drilled the holes using her finger as a spacer.
Let it go. You said that you loved me one last.
We have 2 hours of daylight. We have all of this rope. I'm stressed out. Are you stressed out?
I'm really stressed out. I've never macrame in my life.
Melissa wants us to do string art instead. And Julie's over there in the corner with duct tape. I didn't even put my lipstick on. That's how out of control this situation is.
Holy mackerel.
Whoa.
Of course, you're gonna need your macrame cord. A small little screwdriver to push it through. And a good sharp pair of scissors. For each hole, you're gonna have 2 strings to work with. So once you find that measurement, you're gonna wanna triple it.
We're going to take it, just like Melanie Mel said, pull it straight down here, but instead of having enough to fill through there, we are going to have it go all the way down and under. And we're gonna staple it. And it's totally gonna cut time and it's gonna be just as perfect.
Okay, Debbie, after you've kind of figured out a couple basic knots, you could make a pattern. This is just a simple pattern.
We used the square knot most consistently in this project, so Debbie asked me to give you a breakdown of how one is formed. You want to begin with 4 strands. For more ease and control, take your 2 middle strands and secure them fairly taut down below. Next, you'll take your outer left strand, cross over your 2 middle strands, creating what resembles the number 4. Next, you'll take your outer right strand, making sure it's on top of the tail of the number 4. Cross behind the 2 middle strands, then back over the top of the number 4. You should ultimately end up with a knot that looks like this. Repeat that over and over until you reach your desired length and or look.
Dirty green being passed around, changing faces in the crowd. Lights turn to dust, the sun turns to rust into the ground.
We finished the macrame, attached the staples, and then Bobby came to help attach the boards to the base of the chair.
He's the one who's gonna burn.
Like each person who contributed to this project, I wanted to add my own stamp on it, so I applied the Bohemian border from Iron Orchid Design. Both Melanies have created their own videos going into even more detail. I will link their YouTube channels and their social media in the description box. If you like this project, please follow them and tell them that I sent you.
Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram. My social media handle is The Colored Caboose.
I did go have Bobby buy the staples for my staple gun, and at some point I'm gonna finish it off correctly, but this is how it is right now. We just tied all the strings together, and that's what happened. Sometimes you just do what you gotta do, because this video needs to go out.
It's a long road to greatness, but I ain't afraid to face it, 'cause I know I'm gonna make it.
Inspiration can come from so many places, and I love how it evolves from person to person. If you find someone who inspires you, consider that it only takes 5 minutes to give them credit, and that short amount of time can totally make someone's day.
Standing my way. Oh, I do it for the. I'm spending money like I just got paid. $100 bills, tell them keep the change. Come on.
We go live from my store every Friday at 10:30. This week we'll be talking about where we get inspiration, and we'll be recreating one of my favorite projects from Stephanie. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll get the notification. And to find the products used to make this project, or to sell DIY paint in your store, click the link below. Thanks for watching.
Good, good. Oh, it just feels so good.